What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here. I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here. And we have a great webinar ready for tonight. It's going to be epic. I'm going to show you something that I'm really focusing on this year that I want you to dive into. But we're going to wait a second. I'm just going to let everybody get the opportunity to go ahead, jump on the webinar. And if you are in here right now, you should be able to see my screen. I don't have my camera on just yet, but you should be able to see my screen. On the right-hand side is my social media. So make sure that you follow all of my social media. Dropping bombs on Instagram and YouTube a lot lately. Actually, I've been very active on Twitter as well. I mean, I'm doing a good job this year of using all of these, and I use them differently. So just make sure to follow me everywhere. On the left-hand side, we have some of our tools that we recommend using if you're starting and operating an e-commerce business. And at the tip top, if you don't have an e-commerce store or Shopify yet, you got to get one. Okay, so you can get a free trial at shopify.com/Adrian Morrison, and you can get your store set up. So this is kind of our welcome page. Again, we're waiting on everybody to pop in the room here. So we've been going for about 2 minutes or so, and I'm excited about tonight's webinar because I'm going to introduce you to something that I think is going to be new for you. And it's something that I'm going really, like I'm going all in on this year. And over the course of the next couple of months, you will see exactly why we're doing this. I think it's going to be big for 2021, and it's very simple for everybody to do. So super excited about that. And while we're waiting for everybody to pile in, go ahead to the Facebook group. And I want you to remind everybody to go ahead and jump in this webinar. I am showing a no fluff, no BS method that I think is going to build long-term recurring revenue for you that will also minimize advertising. So this is going to be an epic profit power hour tonight. I'm going to be revealing my Ecom Facebook group strategy. So what's interesting about this method here is we're going to be utilizing a piece of Facebook that I doubt many of you are actually utilizing right now. And this strategy in particular is going to be something that I believe will contribute to long-term success in your business and minimizing the amount of money that you actually have to spend on ads. So go to facebook.com/group/profitph. Tell everybody to pop in the webinar before we max out. I'm going to be showing my Ecom Facebook group strategy. It's a part of my launch plan for 2021. I'm very excited about this, and I do believe that it is going to be a game changer for so many of you. So go ahead there. When you go to the Facebook group, this is what you will see, and just make sure that you make your post. Only make one post, okay? We have 18,400 members in here, and so when everybody gets on this webinar and makes like 10 posts each, it becomes a bit messy, if you will. But I do think that one post per person is great because it gives reach and reminds people to hop on. So everybody should be able to see me now. Here I am. What's up? What's up? What's up? Super excited to have you here. And right now, you all should be going to our Facebook group and reminding everybody to pop on. 18,400 members here. So super excited about that. And again, tonight, what we're going to be talking about is my Ecom Facebook group strategy. Now, before we dive into that, if you're new to the Profit Power Hour, welcome. Stoked to have you here. We do this every single week, and just don't forget that you have a free members area. So inside of your Access Adrian account, you can always click on this Profit Power Hour icon. It'll take you to this members area here, and if you click on webinar replays, you'll see 2021, and you can even watch all of 2020 and 2019 and 2018 and 2017 and 2016. I've always said I stick with my students and I show up every week. And I do believe that if you want to succeed this year, you always need to show up and you never need to make excuses. That's the key to success. And if you're new, you have this free members area. You can go back and watch all of our content, all of the previous trainings. Definitely go back and watch last week's training where I gave my step-by-step process to launching products on your ecom store in 2021. And hover over my profile picture and hit that subscribe button so you're notified when we put up more videos. All right, so this is completely free. Now, while we're waiting for everybody to do that, just a couple of things. Last week, I did a Q&A with the president of Shopify, Harley Finkelstein, on this new app called Clubhouse. And we weren't able to record it, so you either had to be there live or you missed it. I cannot believe, I literally can't believe that he took an hour out of his Friday and hung out with me and everyone else on Clubhouse and just gave and gave and gave. And I learned so much from listening to him talk. It was unbelievable. And I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous as hell. Like, I mean, when you're interviewing and talking to someone as intelligent as Harley, you know, it can be a little bit intimidating. And I honestly don't get intimidated at all, really. It's been a long time, but super nice, super humble. And if you ever get a chance to listen to him on TV or a podcast or catch him on a Clubhouse and you hear him talk, I think you'll understand why I love Shopify so much, because the people behind Shopify that are running it, they're just good people and they care about us. They care about their merchants. Like, we are their #1 priority, is helping entrepreneurs become entrepreneurs and stay entrepreneurs and do what they love. And so lots of golden nuggets were dropped, lots of inspiration, motivation, and hopefully we can get him to do some more in the future. It's a big ask. I mean, we're talking about the president of a company that is publicly traded and massive. So it was a really special opportunity. So if you got to join that Clubhouse, which I saw a lot of you did, I hope that you enjoyed it. But some of the things that I learned from Harley that are going to play a role in what I'm teaching you tonight is Harley's suggestion to everyone in the audience was build a story, build a brand, have a purpose, right? Build a community, and that's how you get longevity and stability. Now, I'm sitting there like, okay, I teach people how to sell products off AliExpress and, you know, drop ship items, and we have very generic stores. But then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, you know, I really am doing exactly, in a way, what he's saying the biggest brands like Gymshark, who's now $1 billion company, are worth. I am building communities, and it's in the drop shipping space. He also went on to say that drop shipping obviously is not dead. There's no saturation, and that, you know, you just have to pivot and be a little bit unique if you really want to stick out. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do tonight. The other thing that I thought was really epic was he said, and I don't know the exact quote because we don't have a recording or anything, but that I'm one of the guys that brought drop shipping to the forefront of the space on the Shopify platform originally back in 2015. And that was a great moment for me, because it means that Shopify is recognizing, right, that drop shipping stores are able to have a lot of success and bring a lot of value to e-commerce. And I think the key this year is going to be showing you how to build a brand with a cause, with a purpose, and start with your drop shipping, but build a brand out of that, a lot like what I've done and so many other people have done. So Harley is a boss, and there's so much more, but I don't want to spend too much time talking about that. I really want to dive into the training, and I want to show you this method. Okay, so we went over the whole blueprint last week of the profitable niches for 2021 that you should be focusing on. So if you didn't see that, then make sure that you go back and you absolutely 100% watch that training, because it was a very valuable training, lots of great feedback from it. And then we had this Clubhouse session with Harley, and he started talking about, you know, building brands and the importance of stories. And he framed it in a way, a very much different way than I usually think about it and say it, but essentially was saying a lot of the same stuff that I've always preached and that I've always done. He just knows how to more eloquently put it, you know? So I want to go over that with you. And I think this is going to be a game changer for you. I really do. This is going to be so cool. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about tonight. My Facebook group strategy for e-commerce. But in 2021, e-com brands will thrive from take notes, get ready for this. In 2021, e-com brands will thrive and they will grow and they will succeed more than ever from building a community, sharing their purpose, all right? And promoting causes. We'll talk about that. And then, you know, declaring themselves independent small businesses, right? Because people want to support. So you don't need to be this really big, you know, you're not trying to hide and say that you're this really big company that's, you know, so big and so profitable and yada, 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 like a lot of people think that you need to do. They feel like they need to act as if they are something that they aren't. And what we've seen, and a lot of what Harley was saying, was that, you know, people, they want to support small businesses. They want to support independent businesses. You know, Jeff Bezos is wealthy enough. You know, Amazon is a wealthy enough company, right? So we don't necessarily have to. We actually can benefit from being a small and independent business if we structure things the right way. If we structure our e-commerce brand the right way, being a small and independent business can actually help us, because the world right now is coming together and they want to support small independent businesses and not the big box stores like Walmart and Amazon and whatnot. But if you are a small independent business, then the things that you currently see on the screen are going to be important for you, right? So you're going to need to build a community. You're going to need to have a purpose and share what that purpose is, aka, you know, also a story. What is your story? You know, craft a reason behind, you know, people, they like to put a face to, or an idea or a story to the brand that they're buying from. You'll notice I always buy OVO, right? You'll notice I always buy always have the things with the owl on it, right? Another thing Harley noticed and brought up, and it's because when they launched, when OVO, this store, October's very own, launched their e-commerce store on Shopify forever ago, man, it was so long ago, the quality of their shirts that they were selling was pure crap. It was like a cheap, what's the word? It's like a cheap, like Gildan cotton shirt that shrunk up like crazy and didn't fit very well. Originally, when that brand started up, their brand resonated with me though, right? There was the reason I was buying from them is because I felt like, and this is honest to God truth, I felt like it would make me a part of the community, right? Of the community in that brand. So by wearing that brand, I felt like I was a part of that brand. Does that make sense? Just say yes if that makes sense. And if you can get people to start doing that, then they will line up to buy stuff from you every single time you release new stuff. So they did a great job at building a community. And Drake, the rapper who owns that brand, he doesn't even promote it himself. He never even tweets about it, Instagrams about it. It's a whole separate business for him. A lot of people have no clue that this is Drake's brand. They're like, what's that out? So it made a lot of sense. So building a community is going to be important. And then sharing like the purpose of your business, the purpose of your brand and your store, and having a purpose, having a story is going to help increase conversions. Like my buddy who owns Redline Steel, he's a veteran, and Redline Steel has a story. It's a veteran-owned company. They have a purpose, right? And it makes people feel good about spending money with them. And then causes. Causes, I was talking with one of my good friends, Trav. He owns a brand called Flex Watches. And one of the things that has made them so successful selling watches that look, I mean, originally were just basic dropship watches when he started out, was having a cause behind like the launches. So I think he said that, if I recall correctly, he's actually in my Ecom digital mastermind. I did an interview with him and released it last month. He said like the way that they actually have their most successful product launches is wrapping them around different causes, and his biggest one is, I believe, autism. So they will create products and watches around these different causes like the autism, and they will donate and give back, and they will support all of these different charities, and also just bring awareness to a great cause. And so these are things that are going to be really beneficial when running a business. And then of course, just being a small business right now, an independent business, is a good thing. People want to support you. So if you do all of these things in 2021 and you build your business around niches and everything that people want to buy, that's easy to get buyers into, then you can build yourself a good brand. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I've done this. We're going to talk about how I do it with Facebook groups as well. So in terms of building a community, all right, we're going to do that with Facebook groups. All right, so, and we're also, and have been, let's do niche fan pages, IG pages. And then we're going to do this also with Facebook groups, which are completely free for you to use, okay? For you to have. And then sharing your purpose or sharing your story. Do you not have a compelling story about your brand and your store that you can craft up? That's okay. You don't necessarily have to have a super compelling story. If you don't have a compelling story that you can think of behind like who you are, what is your brand, who is Gear Grabber, right? Then you can share your purpose. What is the purpose? Like what drives the passion that goes into the brand that you're building and the drop shipping store that you're running? Now, you might say, okay, well, a veteran-owned business like Redline Steel that does custom steel products, that's so much different than selling AliExpress products. But in essence, it's really not. You can still have a purpose. And so I guess what I'll do is I'll show you my buddy's store. Let me just pull this out. Okay, so this is Redline Steel. My buddy Colin Wayne owns it. And when you scroll down, this is a Shopify store, by the way. Here's what we notice. People over profit. Every purchase makes a big impact. You shop, we donate. Lives are changed. Purpose, right? And so their purpose is they are donating to first responders and medical staff right now. So when you come here and you're buying stuff from Redline Steel, you feel good about buying this because you feel like not only are you getting something epic, but you're making an impact. And by making a purchase, it takes away the selfishness, because a lot of people, they need a reason to justify making a purchase, and it feels selfish sometimes to buy stuff for yourself. But if you have just a little teeny tiny little ounce of reasoning and justification for making that purchase, it makes it that much easier for them to pull the trigger. So knowing that your purchase is going to help people and first responders is just what a lot of people need to push them over the edge, feel good about it, and want to come back and buy more because they know that they're supporting a good cause, right? That helps build your purpose, also will help build community. So your purpose. So for me, y'all know I'm very big in the animal niche and the dog niche. And so our purpose is to give back to animal shelters, all right? So one thing that we've always done and that we've always said in our advertisements, on our landing pages, is that we donate to animal shelters. And y'all know I do that. I've donated ridiculous amounts of money to animal shelters. So when I'm buying or when I'm selling a product to dog lovers and they're purchasing products from me and they know that my company's purpose isn't just to profit selfishly, but rather it's also to donate and save animals and give money to dog rescues and step in and pay for surgeries for dogs, or donate to those surgeries for dogs that need help. Animal lovers feel good because they are supporting a purpose that they also believe in. And we're building a community of these people in our niche fan pages and Instagram pages, which would be like, you know, Dog Lovers Rock, or We Love Our Dogs, or Best Dog Parents, or whatever it may be. That's how we build a community. We build it through our fan pages that are niche fan pages, not Gear Grabber, but our dog fan pages. We fuel our conversion rates through sharing our purpose. And y'all know me, like, it's not BS. I raise money for animal shelters and I donate to animal shelters all the time. What's another purpose? Another purpose is supporting artists. So supporting artists. So another thing that we do, because we do a lot of print on demand, and you know that we do art licensing, is we tell the story of the artist. We let the artist tell the story for us. So it's like a hybrid with when you're telling a story of an artist. So if you are promoting something from an artist, so you will tell the artist story, right? Plus you are supporting them. That is your purpose. You're supporting an artist. So you know, every single sale of these products goes to support this amazing artist, right? People love that. People love art. People love artists. So you know, there are ways for you to easily build a community, share a purpose and a story, and then of course there's always ways for you to take into account causes. So you can do different promotions, like, you know, autism, or it could be, you know, whatever cause you want it to be. There are so many different causes that you can use. You can spread awareness, give back, and also make people feel good about purchasing from you. And then again, just simply being an independent brand makes people right now feel good about purchasing from you. And so these were some of the takeaways that I got from Harley. Now, he did not directly say these things, but this is how I interpreted strategy around what he said and what he shared with me on this call. Now, is it boring to look at me do black and white writing on here and not be going into AliExpress and finding products and launching stuff? Yeah, that's boring. But if you want to thrive this year, right, and you really want to build an e-commerce business that's long-term, then you're going to want to build a community. You're going to want to have a purpose and or a story that you can, it doesn't matter necessarily what it is. It could be giving back to children's hospitals. It could be whatever it may be, right? It could be cancer. It could be, you know, any disease that you can contribute a small portion of your profits to. And people love that, and it helps build community as well. Recognizing different causes and doing different promotions around supporting these causes. So these are all big things. But that said, like, I can't tell you what your purpose is, and I can't frame your story for you. I can just say, look, mine and my biggest store is we give back to animal shelters, and we also support artists, right? We support artists and give back to them as well, so they can continue contributing amazing art to the world. And it really resonates with people. So let's talk about this though, because this is what I really want to hit tonight. And I think it's going to really just accelerate what I've already been doing. And I want to explain it to you, okay? So we're going to build our community around a Facebook group. And a Facebook group is going to self-curate user content. It's going to, you know, build. It's going to build your brand. It's going to grow your customer base. It's going to create free traffic for you. Okay, free traffic for you, and eventually it could be something that you charge for in the future to be a part of these communities. So you could literally create passive monthly income by charging people to be a part of your Facebook group, while the users within that group curate the content for you and build your brand up, grow your customer base, and get free traffic from it. How many of you in here would like all of this stuff? How many of you in here would like to build a business with your drop shipping store, with your print on demand store that did all of this? Just say yes in the chat box. I'm gonna take a sip of this cold coffee, which is a little bit late to be drinking this, but no time for sleep the past couple weeks. All right, so as you can see in 2021, framing your store and making it stand out as a brand with purpose is gonna be key. And building a community is gonna be key. And so with that, what I wanna do is I wanna draw out the model for you. So let's pull out my iPad here. Can everybody see this? Just say yes so my team can see. Just make sure that it switched over to this. Okay. So here is how you build a community that will self-curate content, build your brand, and eventually, hopefully, help create passive income for yourself, and then get you free traffic and promotions to future products that you're marketing. And this is, I'm going all in on this in 2021. So here's how it works. Let me just make sure I'm zoomed in, right? I usually get 120. All right, so let's just say that you have your Flex store. All right, so here's your Flex Ecom store, okay? Everybody with me on that? Flexible store is like Gear Grabber. And you are selling things in, say, the dog niche, the fitness niche. You're selling things in the, let's say, the dog niche, the fitness niche. Maybe you're selling, you know, gadgets, just like random gadgets. And maybe you are also in the gardening niche. Okay, so these are like the main things that you might be selling: gardening stuff, gadgets, fitness, and dogs. You might say gardening. I'm not interested in gardening. Man, people spend a lot of money on gardening and landscaping and tools. There's a lot of money to be made in the gardening niche. So you have this flexible e-commerce store, and you've got these fan pages and Instagram pages that you're building. So let's just say, okay. So what I'm drawing right now is your fan page. Bear with me. I know it's ugly. I'm not an artist. But these are your fan pages, okay? Everybody got it? So this is your Facebook fan page. So let me just do FB page, FB page, just so everybody knows. All right, now, when you're running ads for any of these products here, any product that's in the gadget niche, that's in the dog niche, the fitness niche, whatever it is, you're running it from these pages. Now, by running your ads through your dog lover page, your fitness page, your epic gadgets page, like, you know, it would be like the gadget space, honestly, like could be very appealing to the ADD, ADHD community, right? So, you know, there could be some really interesting things that you do there with the ADD community. And ADD, it really, anyone else's ADD, if you're talking about it, it resonates with them. Trust me, I know, I'm super ADD. All right, so you're running your ads from here. And as you're running ads from each of these pages, as you all know, this is like, I've drawn this before, but it's gonna get, obviously, this is gonna be a little bit different. You're sending all of the traffic to your Shopify store, okay? So this is gonna be your Shopify store, your flexible store that you're running, and it's got all of these niches on here, and you're able to profit from different niches on your store, okay? But while you're running traffic to all of these niches, what you're also doing is you are growing a fan page, okay? So you're growing fans, you're building, in a way, you're building a community. So let's just say that the dog fan page, you have 133,000 fans. Your fitness page has 80,000 fans. Your gadgets page has 20,000 fans. And your gardening page has, like, I don't know, let's just say, you know, 7,000 fans, okay? So you're building up fans on these fan pages as a byproduct of running ads to your Shopify store. Does everybody understand me on this? You're building up a community of people. The problem with fan pages, y'all, is that they don't get a lot of reach. So they don't get a lot of organic reach. So a problem with fan pages is no reach. Facebook knows if you are running a fan page that you want to get traffic. And so they won't, essentially, you are throttled a bit, if that's the right word for it. And so even though you've got 300,000 fans on your fan page, you're not really getting a lot of traffic when you make a post. The more you post, the more traffic you'll probably end up getting if you post every day. So, you know, you are building up these epic fan pages and you're building up a fan base, but you're not really seeing a lot of interaction and a lot of reach when you make a post to try to get free traffic, right? So here's what we can also do as another strategy that we can implement to build a community and to get free traffic and to get reach and to do something unique and to do something special is we can start building niche Facebook groups, okay? So we can also start building niche Facebook groups. So let's talk about that. All right, so what we could do over here is, let's just do a new line. All right, so what we want to do is we want to build niche Facebook groups. And you want to design your funnel to push people to these groups as much as you possibly can. You want to get people in these Facebook groups, all right? So you want to build niche Facebook groups, and you want to get people into these groups because Facebook groups get more reach. Facebook groups self-curate content. Facebook groups make people feel like they're a part of a community, right? And so it builds your brand, and it also, there's a very simple way to connect your group. So like, for example, let's just say that our, okay, so let's say that we have our, we'll just do these in blue. I'm trying to think of the best way to get these all together, but we'll just draw it like this. Okay. So here's group 1. Here's group 2. Here's group 3. And here's group 4. All right, so this is going to be our Facebook group, okay? And I'm just going to write this on all of them. I know my handwriting's bad, but we're building these groups, and you can build groups for free on Facebook, and I'll probably show you how to do that next week and how to connect everything. But essentially what's happening is your users that are visiting your fan page, they're also going to see that you've got Facebook groups that they can join. And people love Facebook groups, trust me on that. They love Facebook groups. So not only are you building up these Facebook fan pages, but you also could be building up groups. Now, what's the difference between a Facebook fan page and a Facebook group? Well, with a Facebook fan page, you have to post all of the content every day. Every day you're posting content. The Facebook group, the users create the content. Like, how often do you see me posting in the Profit Power Hour? I mean, I make posts every week, but it's you guys and you guys that make the group what it is, because you interact and you use it and you share. So the dog group could be people sharing dog training tips or health tips, whatever it may be. There's a lot of values being in that group. The gardening could be gardening tips and how to make certain flowers grow in certain parts of the country at certain times of the year. Fitness people that are joining the fitness group might be giving out different fitness tips on weight loss or getting shredded or whatever. And the gadget group just might be people sharing like cool gadgets that they found, whatever it may be. Anyways, you get people in the Facebook groups and you start to get reach. And here's what's really interesting to me about this model is you're building up another asset. The asset in itself, right, is self-curated, like automated content that's user-created content. It builds your brand for you. Literally, your customers build your brand. It will grow your customer base because people will feel like they're a part of something, and they're more likely to stick. And it will also create free traffic for you. Now, in that group, you can make posts about the causes and the purpose and everything, and sales and whatnot that you're creating. So let me show you a quick little example of how this might work. Okay, so if you take a look here at this Facebook page that I made, this is just the demo page. So this demo page is called Dog Parents Rock. For sure, right? People are going to love that. People love the Dog Parents Rock stuff. The thing is that I'm the one that's posting this content every day, and they can enjoy the content. They can comment underneath the comment, but every day I'm posting the content. Well, my software posts the content for me, but either way, I'm posting the content on here. It is all about me, and then they can just interact with what I've posted and respond to it. And while that's cool and all, that's not really necessarily, that's honestly what I've been feeling like every day right there. It's not really necessarily building a community. It's building a following, but not a community. And they're following you because they like the content that you're sharing. But when you build a community, you're going to get more sales, higher conversion rates, and build a real brand. And you can do this with your average Joe drop shipping store. So how would you go about building a Facebook page and a community around a page like this that doesn't require that you make posts every day? All right, so when you build your Facebook fan page, remember, when you're advertising dog products from this page is going to build up. People are going to click on your ad, they're going to visit your Facebook page, and they're going to be like, okay, let me look at the photos. Okay, I want to follow this page, right? And they become a follower of the page. But what you can also do is right here underneath this more button. Does everybody see this more button? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, you're going to notice that there's a spot that says groups, okay? And you can essentially, your Facebook fan page can build a community around the page. So as you read here, groups are a way for fans of your page to post, comment, discuss everything your page is about. And you can link your Facebook page and your Facebook group together by literally just hitting create a linked group. That's it. And you create a Facebook group, and now when people visit your fan page, it's going to display that group. It's going to feature that group. It's going to tell people they can join that group and become a part of that group. And now, because of your brand and your efforts from your brand, they will get to enjoy a group with similar like-minded people, and they can share things with each other. And you're still like your brand, they understand that your brand, right? You as the administrator of that group, you're the reason that they're all there and able to enjoy all of this content. So it builds trust, it builds likeness, it builds, maybe even potentially the feeling of the need to reciprocate. If you build a great community, they want to purchase from you because they're a part of your community. They're reciprocating because you've built something amazing and you didn't actually even build it. You just pressed the button. They're the ones that built it. But it's all the mindset here, right? So you can create a linked group. Now, what would that look like? So if I come over here to my Facebook page, and this is just like my personal page here. When people are visiting my personal Facebook page, I'm not able to view it as if I'm a visitor, but I can still show you. But anyways, whenever people come to my Facebook page, they see that they can also become a part of the Profit Power Hour group because I have them linked together. So does everybody see where it says unlink? So I can link multiple pages, I can unlink pages, create new pages to link to this. Either way, people, when they come here, they can see the featured groups that are linked to my page and choose to become a part of that community. Now, what I do by that is I build my brand and I build a more passionate following, if you will, on these e-commerce pages. So I want you to seriously understand what I'm saying is that we're fixing two problems here. Problem number one is you could have 500,000 people like the fan page, Dog Parents Rock, and make a post, and only like 1,000 of them will see your post. But when you create a group, you fix that problem. When you make a post in the group, you're going to get more people to see it, and they're going to be more likely to interact with it because they're a part of the group. They are a part of the community, right? So, and then also everyone within the group is simply sharing. They're sharing they're sharing things with one another that just create content for you, create value for the group for you. And then eventually, once you get some content and a user base in there, you can actually start charging people a monthly subscription to be a part of the group. As a matter of fact, Facebook has actually built that in, and you can, in some cases, charge people to be a part of the Facebook group because there's so much great content in there and all that good stuff. And so inside of groups, there are so many different things that you can do. So some of the things that you can do in a Facebook group, and I'm just going to show you the inside here of the Profit Power Hour group, but you can look at the growth of the group, so you can get a good idea of, like, you know, the analytics behind the Facebook groups that you're growing. You can see like how many people you've approved versus declined. So as you can see, we decline, you know, about 3 times the amount of people that we actually approve into the group. You can come down here and you can legitimately set up your Facebook pixel inside of the Facebook group. So you can set up your Facebook pixel to track things inside of the group, which is going to be very, very beneficial for you. You can give people badges, which again makes them feel like another piece of a more important piece of the community. So let's see what else we could do here. You can check out what your engagement rates are. There's some very valuable data to be seen here. So you can check out what the engagement rates are, you know, how many comments you've gotten, how many reactions, how many people are actually active in the group. So out of 18,000 members, we have 9,949 that have like done something in the group since December 15th. It'll give you a good idea of like what your customer schedule is, and you'll notice that Tuesdays obviously are super popular in the PPH, and then what days. So there's a lot of extremely valuable information, and again, you can get people in Facebook groups 100% literally for free. It doesn't cost any money for you to create a group and to get people inside of a group. All you have to do is just make sure that you push your customers to get in. So when they buy something, immediately have an email that goes out that invites them to the Facebook group. On the top of your Facebook fan page, pin a post that says, join our free community. So when people click on your fan page from your ads to do some research on it or like it, they see that they can join a community. Link it to your Facebook page. Email your past customers and invite them for free to become a part of the community. Does that make sense? Yes, 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 yes. All right, and once you do that, you'll be able to pretty much build this pretty quickly, and it will give you the ability to finally go in and build something that is real, build something that can grow, build something that will you know, get you free traffic, build an asset that you could probably sell a membership, a monthly recurring membership to in the future, and it will give you an immense amount of data on your customers, and they'll tell you what they want. You can promote things to them for free. You can give them discounts just simply because they're in your Facebook group. So by joining the Facebook group, you're in our discount club. So we'll give you a 10% discount on any of the new products that we put out and that we release. And again, you're going to get all of this demographic information, have them build out the content for you, and you are going to benefit from pretty much just opening up a group. Does that make sense? Just say yes. So this will build itself as a byproduct of your ads. And I would put it into your email autoresponder. I would put it into your thank you page on your Shopify store. I would put the option to join your group everywhere on your e-commerce store. Get as many people in your group as you can, and you can build a phenomenal community of people that will you know, help build up your brand. And so what I want to do is, over the next couple of weeks, is I want to show you how to do this. Like, not just tell you how to do it, but I want to show you exactly how this is done, exactly how we're going to go about building our groups. And I mean, literally with groups, there's so many things you can do. You can start chat rooms. You can have different specific topics. You can have, you know, different events and sales. You can post and create announcements and force people to see certain specific things and give them specific discount codes. So there's just so much that goes into building a group that's easy to do, that you can 100,000 billion% benefit from. So I want you to imagine having a dog parents group, a fitness lovers group, a gardening group, whatever niche it is that you're in. You should set up a free Facebook group, link it to your Facebook fan pages, put it into your autoresponder. You can even run Facebook ads to jumpstart a group and get people in it, and let the users themselves share content. And so it's just another plug-in to your e-commerce business that will help you build an important piece of the puzzle, which is that community, right? So it's content generated for you. That's great content because it's user content. Build your brand. It'll help you grow your customer base. It'll help you reach your customers for free without spending any money. Again, you can connect your Facebook pixel to a Facebook group so you can track certain things, and you can actually track how many sales are coming from your Facebook group legitimately. Like, your Facebook pixel will track people that click links inside of your Facebook group, and it will tell you that your group is generating X amount of dollars for you a month from promotions that you do within the group. So you're creating an ecosystem of free brand building traffic that could potentially become a passive income asset. So that's kind of like what I wanted to go over today. I wanted to plug it into your mind because as Harley was talking about all of this high level stuff that goes into building these epic Shopify brands, I'm thinking about how can we apply this to drop shipping. If we're not building, if we're not launching like our own product that we created, that we've customized, and that we've white labeled, right? And we're running drop shipping stores, which are epic and very profitable. And he even nodded to that in our Clubhouse call, that drop shipping stores are great, and that drop shipping is an amazing e-commerce, is an amazing way to run an e-commerce store. But we always want to work, when we start with drop shipping stores, to somehow standing out, to building something unique, something that brings value to the customers. And I think the things I learned from Harley, and we're talking about, he's the president of Shopify. He sees everything. He sees all and knows all about. If there's one guy to listen to when it comes to e-commerce, it's him. So my takeaways from that shifted my train of thought this last week, or maybe made me connect a couple of dots that were there that I wasn't thinking of in the exact way I am now, is that don't just focus on building a fan page and Instagram account, build a community. And in that community, we can achieve a lot of the things that are important. And then in that community and on our store and in our emails, share our purpose, share our story. Are we giving back to animal shelters? Are we a small business in a small town, that takes pride in the products that we pick and that we offer to give people good discounts? Are there any causes that are out that we can support and launch products around? Like, if you buy these products here, then we'll donate to these causes, and we want to bring awareness to these causes here. And then just declaring that you're an independent business in 2021, it's independent small business, I think is going to be a plus. It's going to be a big plus. People, they want to support these independent small businesses. And so while we're looking at the different niches that are working, I want you to think about the community that you could build in the home fitness niche, the community that you could build in the cooking niche, where you have different people in a Facebook group sharing recipes, sharing images of the dinners and everything that they've created, sharing videos of the products that you're selling that have helped them create a dish, going live in there, having your own users go live in the Facebook group and share stuff. People in the home office space, there's tons of groups that I've seen around this type of stuff, posture and health. So you can have whole entire groups around health. Now, you can create micro groups around this. So groups around people with back pain, groups around people that want to lose weight, people that want to build muscle, You've got, pet products, of course. You've got micro groups of pit bull lovers versus animal parents. And I think a great way to do some research here is just simply to come over to Facebook here and type in, like, say, if we type in fitness, into Facebook, up here at the top left, and we click over here on groups, just take a look at what's happening here. Is you've got you've got Fitness Girl at 15,000 members, bodybuilding and fitness at 234,000 members here, fitness and exercise tips at 62,000 members in the community. You've got fitness lovers at 9.9 thousand people. So you've got just an immense, look at this. I mean, 234,000 people in a Facebook group. That's wild. That is just wild. And so when you start taking a look at this, I mean, it is like, it's mind-numbing, right? At the opportunity that presents itself in building Facebook groups and then monetizing those groups. So let's take another niche. Let's take the gardening niche. Okay. So if we come over here to Facebook, we type in gardening and we click on groups here. All right. So we're going to see backyard vegetable gardening group, 340 posts today. Home gardening, 125,000 members, 500 posts a day. You've got, gardening tips and ideas, 189,000 people with around 260 posts a day. So these are legitimate, just like Facebook groups that have 6 figures worth of members, tons of user-generated content that they are then able to monetize. They are then able to create a potential passive income stream from these Facebook groups. People want to be a part of a community. They like to be accepted into communities. They like to be supportive of communities that they are in. And I think that this really does tie in to my conversations last week, and that we're not just focusing on chasing the dollar in profitable niches. We should, in 2021, I believe, very much so focus on building communities around niches. We don't have to build a branded e-commerce store like Gymshark has and these other big brand unique Shopify stores. We can actually thrive and build amazing brands by building these communities in different niches by way of our fan pages or Instagram pages and our Facebook groups that, again, we don't even really have to manage. We just self-curate the content in there. It's you get members in there, they're going to post, they're going to share, right? And then, of course, having a purpose that you share with your audience on your fan pages, in your Facebook group, on your website, so they feel good about purchasing from you and supporting you. And then, staying on top of causes that you believe in and that you want to bring awareness to. So it's cool because in 2021, it's just cool because you're profiting, but you're also giving back, which is something I've always done, just more silently. And I think that if you build your business using the strategy right here, you won't be the person that's here today and gone tomorrow. You'll be that person that's building assets that are long-term, that can help you create that longevity, that consistent and predictable income that gives us security, right? And so it's just plugging in this additional element. And again, it's not even that hard. The users create the content for you. Just have a purpose. And if you have a purpose, you'll increase conversion rates. You'll be doing a good thing. You'll be building a great community, standing out from the rest of the crowd. It'll make you unique, and you'll build your own brand. That's that. So that said, what we're going to do is, I hope that you enjoyed this training. We're going to do a more, I'm actually going to build a fan page, build a Facebook group, link it together. I'm going to show you the inside and out way to do that next week. But I also do want to point out to you that there's more to it than just this, what I've shown you. So we're going to go over it in detail. I'm going to show you how to monetize a Facebook group, how to plug in your Facebook pixel, how to take advantage of the analytics that you get from the Facebook group that will help you dial in your Facebook advertising. And so there's a lot of things that we're going to go over. This is just the beginning, but you'll be building a brand. You'll be building something pretty awesome, all with a dropshipping store. So I usually go live after I usually go live and give away money after these webinars, but I do have a phone call with my team that I cannot miss. And so I'm already about a minute and 30 seconds late for that phone call, because it's supposed to start right after this webinar. So I'm just going to go in the Facebook group and I'm going to give away some money. And I will not be going live on Facebook Live tonight because I have to do this phone call, but I will make a post. I'll announce who our $100 winner is. Just make sure that next week you show up, you come back here, and again, it's 9 p.m. EST every Tuesday night, and we're going to go through more training, and through 2021, we're going to show you some amazing stuff. It's not going to be a bunch of hype. It's going to be real actionable steps that you can use and implement easily to build your own e-commerce empire. And again, there's a reason that I'm so connected to Shopify and that they do these accelerator things with me and Clubhouses with me, have me all over their website. It's because I really do teach people how to do this the right way. And I know fluff and hype is more exciting. Everybody would prefer to be entertained than educated. It feels better to be entertained than educated. But the education that you get, if you absorb this and you take action with it, is far more valuable than the hypey stuff. So hope you enjoyed it. I love you. I love each and every one of you that are believing in me and coming to these webinars every week and are part of my program. I'm here to stick with you and push you, motivate you, and train you and help you evolve and pivot and crush it in 2021 here on the Profit Power Hour. So I'll see you next week, same place, same time here on the PPH. And everyone, I will be announcing our Facebook group winner, our winner in the Facebook group of the $100 cash prize money. So get ready, get your niches ready to go. Start thinking about what's a purpose that you want to share and support that will get people to feel good about purchasing from you while you're doing a good thing. And we'll go deeper into this and we'll actually build this out next week. All right. So again, love everyone. Happy New Year. Let's crush it in 2021. And I think we got some big things coming. All right. Good night, y'all.